Hello friends, we welcome all of you to our channel Exam Breakers. Today I am going to discuss daily Hindu analysis for your upcoming examinations, and there is also a separate video for the editorial which are coming in the Hindu. These are the topics of today's newspaper which we are going to discuss right now. First news, Center is taking arbitrary decisions, says Congress CMs. In this article there are some pros and cons which are coming in our examinations, so we can discuss these points. Union government of taking decisions without consulting the states and not providing them with adequate funds to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. Opposition was convened to discuss the policy to exit lockdown 3.0, scheduled to end on May 17. After May 17, what, and after May 17, how? What criteria are the government of India using to judge how long the lockdown is to continue? The CMs needs to deliberate and ask as to what is the strategy of the government of India to get the country out of the lockdown. The centerpiece of strategy to fight COVID-19 was to protect the elderly as also those who are diabetic and have a heart condition. State is bleeding in the terms of finances, but no money is being allocated by the government of India. A number of newspapers have brought out the unavailability of finances with states. 80% of the small industries in the state had resumed operations and nearly 85,000 workers had returned to work. Moving to the next news. IIT Delhi startup comes out with washable masks, face masks becoming mandatory to deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. An IIT Delhi startup NanoSafe Solutions has launched an antimicrobial and washable face mask and safe. Mask is reusable up to 50 launderings, thus greatly cutting down the cost of use. The NSafe mask is a triple layered product consisting of inner hydrophilic layer for comfort, middle layer having antimicrobial activity and outermost layer having water and oil repellent behavior. NSafe mask has 99.2% bacterial filtration efficiency along with breathability and splash resistance. Moving to the next news. Global case competition. Global is an international case competition and CBS case competition response to an increasingly digitalized world. Mission is to create lifetime experiences in everything we do and for everyone we touch. We create experiences that inspire you, that challenge you, that shape you, and that you will never forget. Vision. Vision is to pave the road for the leaders of tomorrow. We want to build a creative playground for inspiration and development that will nurture today's talent and becoming tomorrow's leader. Moving to the next news. Gulf Cooperation Council. The Gulf Cooperation Council (GCC) is a regional political organization comprising the energy-rich Gulf monarchies Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the largest of the GCC countries, with 28.5 million people, it has 16% of the world's proven oil reserves. Why is Qatar banned from UAE? The UAE, along with Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, withdrew their ambassador from Qatar in March 2014 due to alleged failure by Qatar to abide by an agreement not to interfere in the politics of these countries. Moving to the next news. आयुष्मान भारत प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना. Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is a flagship scheme of the Indian government's national health policy, which aims to provide free health coverage at the secondary and tertiary level to its bottom 40% poor and vulnerable population. PMJ is the world's largest and fully state-sponsored health assurance scheme. It was launched in September 2018 under the aegis of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. History. The National Health Protection Scheme is formed by subsuming multiple schemes including Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana, Senior Citizen Health Insurance Scheme, Central Government Health Scheme, Employee State Insurance Scheme, etc. The National Health Policy 2017 has envisioned health and wellness centers as the foundation of India's health system, which the scheme aims to establish. The central government health scheme was started under the Indian Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in 1954. with the objective of providing comprehensive medical care facilities to central government employee, pensioners, and their dependent residents in CGS covered cities. The health scheme is now in operation with cities such as Bhubaneswar, Bhopal, Chandigarh, and Bangalore. The dispensary is the backbone of the scheme. Instructions on these various matters have been issued from time to time for the guidance of specialists and medical officers. The central government health scheme offers health service through allopathic and homeopathic systems as well as through traditional Indian forms of medicine such as Ayurveda, Unani, naturopathy, yoga, and Siddha. Every year, more than 6 crore Indians are pushed into poverty because of catastrophic out of pocket medical expenses. Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana was launched on 23 September 2018 at Ranchi, Jharkhand. The scheme envisions to alleviate the condition of 50 crore poor and vulnerable Indians. Key features: PMJ is a health assurance scheme that covers 10.74 crore households across India or approximate 50 crore Indians. It provides a cover of 5 lakh per family per year for medical treatment in empaneled hospitals, both public and private. It provides cashless and paperless service to its beneficiaries at the point of service, that is the hospital. E-cards are provided to the eligible beneficiaries based on the deprivation and occupation criteria of socio-economic caste census 2011. There is no restriction on family size, age or gender. All previous medical conditions are covered under the scheme. It covers 3 days of hospitalization and 15 days of post-hospitalization, including diagnostic care and expenses on medicines. The scheme is portable and a beneficiary can avail medical treatment at any PMJ empaneled hospital outside their state and anywhere in the country. The central government has decided to provide free testing and treatment of coronavirus under the Ayushman Bharat Yojana. Reach: so far 25 states and union territories have adopted the PMJ scheme except 3 states: Odisha, West Bengal and Telangana, and Union Territory of Delhi. By February 2020, more than 12 crore e-cards have been generated and over 86 lakh people have taken benefits under the scheme. The number of public and private hospitals empaneled nationwide stands at 22,000. Challenges: the scheme has faced some challenges in its year and a half journey, mainly that of fraudulent medical bills. There have been media reports of misuse of the Ayushman Bharat scheme by unsurplus private hospitals through submission of fake medical bills. Under the scheme, surgeries have been claimed to be performed on persons who had been discharged long ago, and dialysis has been shown as performed at hospitals not having kidney transplant facility. And there are at least 697 fake cases in Uttarakhand state alone, where fine of rupees 1 crore has been imposed on hospitals for frauds under the scheme. However, unlike the earlier Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana era plagued by lax monitoring of insurance fraud, ABPMJ involves a robust information technology infrastructures overseeing transactions and locating suspicious surge across the country. Many hospitals have been blacklisted, and the constantly evolving fraud control system will play a major role in streamlining the scheme as it matures. Initial analysis of high value claims under PMJ has revealed that a relatively small number of districts and hospitals account for a high number of these, and some hint of an anti-woman bias, with male patients getting more coverage. Despite all efforts to curb foul play, the risk of unsurplus private entities profiting from gaming the system is clearly present in ABPMJ. Moving on to the next news. Hog cholera. What causes hog cholera? The infectious agent responsible is a virus, CSFV, previously called hog cholera virus, or the genus Pestivirus in the family Flaviviridae. CSVF is closely related to the ruminant pestiviruses that cause bovine viral diarrhea and border disease. Is hog cholera curable? Hog cholera can be successfully prevented by the use of anti-hog cholera serum. It should be used as a preventive and not as a cure, although its curative properties should not be entirely overlooked. Is hog cholera zoonotic? Hog cholera is an American term. CSF is a highly contagious, multisystematic viral disease of swine flu that can run an acute, subacute, chronic or late onset course. Swine can also be infected subclinically. Domestic pigs, wild boar, and feral pigs are the only animals susceptible to classical fever virus. Can humans get swine fever? African swine fever is a viral disease impacting only pigs, not people. So it is not a public health threat nor food safety concern. ASF cannot be transmitted to humans through contact with pigs or pork. ASF only affects members of the pig family. Moving on to the next news. NBFC, non-banking financial companies. An NBFC is a company registered under the Companies Act 1956 engaged in the business of loans and advances, acquisition of shares, stocks, bonds, debentures, securities issued by government or local authority or other marketable securities of a like nature, leasing, hire purchase, insurance business, chit business, but does not include any institutions whose principal business is that of agriculture activity, industrial activity, purchase or sale of any goods other than securities, or providing any services and sale, purchase, construction of immovable property. NBFC lend and make investment, and hence their activities are akin to that of banks. However, there are a few differences as given below. NBFC cannot accept demand deposits. NBFC do not form part of the payment and settlement system of RBI and cannot issue check drawn on itself. Deposit insurance facilities of Deposits Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation is not available to depositors of NBFCs, unlike in the case of banks. NBFCs play an important role in promoting inclusive growth in the country by catering to the diverse financial needs to banks' excluded customers. Further, NBFC often take lead role in providing innovative financial service to micro, small, and medium enterprises most suitable to their business requirements. NBFC do play a critical role in participating in the development of an economy by providing a fillip to transportation, employment generation, wealth creation, bank credit in rural segments, and to support financially weaker sections of the society. Thank you.